Hey, honey bunch of the oats, it's Jackie, and Jackie's cooking. Guys, I have something so special for you today. I just love this dish. It's from Haiti, and it's called vegetable stew, aka Legume, Beregene avec Morue et crabe. It's just eggplant, crabs, codfish, spices. It is so delicious over white rice. I love this. So guys, let's get to it. Please don't forget to subscribe and press that notification bell for weekly updates on all my dishes. So guys, we have some codfish, bouillon seasoning, sazon, some oil, some beautiful eggplants, tomato paste, black pepper, a can of diced tomatoes, or you could use fresh, a scotch bonnet pepper, some green seasoning. I didn't make my own, so I said, hey, let me just use what I have. Some beautiful sweet carrots, a little bit of butter. No, I'm not going to use the whole stick. We have some codfish, salted, some crab claws. You could also use crabs if they're in season where you're at, but this is what I had. Okay. We have some sliced onion, some beautiful yellow peppers. You could use green or red, orange, whatever you have. And some cilantro. We could hear my Haitian folks talking right now. But, you know, again, this is my twist, and it depends on which region you're from in Haiti and the Spanish influence and all that other stuff. And we are going to use garlic. So guys, we are boiling our codfish. Codfish is very salty, and you have to boil it or let it soak in water overnight, whatever you prefer to do, but I prefer to just boil it 3 to 4 times to get that salt out. You don't want to just take it out of the bag and put it into your vegetable stew, or just eat it like that, or you will have some serious high blood pressure, okay? So as you can see, I boiled it a little bit, and then I'm draining the water. Now I'm putting in fresh water again, and I'm going to repeat this step at least 1 more or 2 more times. But again, I'm going to taste it to see if almost all the salt is gone, okay? So you have to taste as you go along. Okay, so we are putting our codfish in the water, and we're going to let this boil again. Now we're going to take our beautiful eggplants, and we are going to peel it. Okay, watch your fingers now. And we are roughly slicing it. And we're going to put it in a little bit of water so it can steam for about 10 minutes. It really doesn't take long for eggplant to cook. So 10 minutes on medium heat is fine. Okay, just a little bit of water. You can put like about a half a cup of water and just let it steam. Cover it 10 minutes or so. Okay, so now we are taking our eggplant, we've drained it, and we're going to start mashing it. Okay, we are going to start mashing it. If you don't have a masher, you could use a spoon. If you have a wooden spoon, use it, and it's just as good, because it really is not hard to mashed eggplant, you know. There's different varieties of vegetable stew in Haiti. You know, you have some that you put spinach in. You have the kind that you put also cabbage and eggplant and achiote, which is that green vegetable that looks like a pear. So you have different variations of it. You could put beef in it. You could put chicken. You could do it without nothing, no meat or no seafood. And it's served over rice. Well, I like it over rice. You know, I just love this dish. This was my favorite dish growing up. And now we could hear some of my, well, before we even go on, we're going to let my Haitian people know that I'm going to make a little twist. It's a small little twist, so don't get all curled up. All right, so we're going to take our crab claws. If you have whole crabs and crabs, that's great. I'm just using what I had in my home, and I'm just washing it, rinsing it, because, you know, things go through people's hands, and we just want to be careful. You should be cleaning anything, everything. Okay, just giving it a little rinse. And guys, don't worry, the ingredients are in the description link below. Okay, so we're going to get our pot nice and hot. Add in some oil. Okay, and we're going to start sauteing some of our vegetables that we got. Some of our onion. Not the whole, not all of it, but just take a good amount of it, but leave some onion behind. We're going to take some of our yellow pepper as well. Not all of it, leave some behind. I'm going to show you what we're going to do last with the little bit that's left over, okay? Okay. Okay, we're going to add our cilantro, and we're going to get that together. Now, I already could hear some of my Haitian folks talking, we don't put cilantro in our food. Nous pas mettre cilantro manger nous. And, you know, I got to let people know that it really depends on which part of Haiti you're from. If you're from the south, then you may not use it. But if you're like in the north and you're really like next to the Dominican Republic, it might have an influence on you, you know. We're going to put in our garlic. You know, my mother was raised in the Dominican Republic. My mother's family, you know, grandmother, aunt, you know, cousins, they had to run over to the Dominican Republic. So my mother was raised there. So a lot of that influence impacted her. You know, our foods as well. My father's mother was born in the Dominican Republic. We're going to add our green seasoning, okay, to this now. I'm going to give you all the measurements. Don't worry, it's in the bottom of the description, in the description box, okay. You know, I have family in the Dominican Republic, so these are the influences that we have, you know, that I've been blessed to have. We're going to add some tomato paste. Okay, so these are the influences that I've had, you know. Haitian cuisine has many influences. You have, of course, African influence. I think that's without a doubt throughout the Caribbean. We have European influence. We have Spanish influence, Taino, Indian influence. So that's what's part of the Haitian culture, you know. I know they also make eggplant stew as well in the Dominican Republic. Maybe there is some slight variations, but it's somewhat, you know, somewhat similar, you know. So these are where my influences come from. I also love Asian cuisine. I mean, I know I don't got no Asian ancestry, but I love Asian food. I love Chinese food. I love Japanese food. I love finding flavors from other cultures and creating new dishes and merging with others. So now we're going to add our crab claws. Okay. Now, if you got crabs, you could add it to this too. I just happen to have crab claws, and crabs are probably hard to find right now. So luckily I had these bad crab claws, so I'm using it. So we're going to use our carrots that we're going to use last. I've sliced them, and we're putting them into our pot. So right now we're doing a marriage. It's like a marriage. It's like a dance going on in this pot right now. You know, this is just blending and sauteing and braising all these delicious flavors together. This is the base for our flavors. Okay, so we're going to add our seasonings, our sazon, and we're going to add our bouillon seasoning. You see, we're building flavors. We're building flavors right now. Excuse me, guys, my throat is a little dry, so of course, you know, I have to take some warm tea. Okay, now we're just, you know, braising everything and sauteing everything. Okay, so now we are going to take our mashed up eggplants and we are going to add it to our pot. You know, guys, just follow this step and trust me, just follow. It's not as difficult as it probably seems, especially to new cooks. If you're a new cook, you know, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Okay, we're getting all those delicious flavors into our eggplant. We're mixing all that together. Okay, now we're going to add our diced tomatoes. If you have fresh tomatoes, you could do that. You could use fresh tomatoes if you want. I didn't feel like doing that. I didn't. You know, to me, it's just as good. I didn't have tomatoes in my house anyway, but I did have the canned tomatoes, so it's just as good to me. See that beautiful marriage? You see that beautiful mix? And guys, I love to eat this over just plain white rice. It is absolutely one of my favorite dishes. You know, I'm just giving you a taste of my history, my culture, my influences. Okay, now we're tasting our food. Taste your food, guys. Taste your food. You have to taste your food as you go to make sure, you know, you have the right amount of seasonings and stuff. Okay, now I'm taking my codfish and we're just, you know, breaking it up and putting it into our stew. Look at that. Okay, we're adding some black pepper to taste. You could add You know, I usually add about, I would say, I'm going to give you the ingredients anyway and how much you're going to use. But, you know, if you want to add more, you add more. If you don't want as much black pepper, then, you know, don't worry about it. You could take away. Again, be gentle as you're stirring this. You know, even though we have the broken up, but you don't want to you don't want to break the, well, I know for me, it doesn't really matter for other people, but I want to see some of the codfish pieces in there. So be careful and delicate when you're turning this, okay? Because, you know, the codfish is flaky and it's delicate. Yeah, we're going to taste our seasoning. Make sure everything's all right. I mean, guys, when you're doing this, the smell in your home is going to be divine. Okay, I added about a teaspoon of salt. You know, I just felt it needed a little bit more salt. Okay, at this point, you could adjust, you know, a teaspoon of salt. But again, adjust it, you know, adjust it to your taste. Okay, don't go overboard with the salt in the beginning, because as this cooks down, the flavors are going to concentrate. So it's better to have less salt in the beginning than have too much salt, because you could always, you know, adjust it. But if you put too much in the beginning, you know, it's not going to be cute. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for you to readjust. Okay, so we're going to put our scotch bonnet pepper in whole. Don't crack it. Don't cut it. Don't do that. Because, you know, we just want the essence of the scotch bonnet pepper. But if you cut it, you're going to have some real hot vegetable stew. And we don't want that. Okay, so this is about 10 minutes later. I'm adding a little sugar. I added about a good tablespoon of sugar. And the reason why is because the sugar is going to balance the acidity from the tomatoes and the tomato paste. Trust me, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about when you make this dish. Okay, and the reason why I add my carrots the way I did, I mean, some people they'll boil their carrots with the eggplant, but I like to add, because I like a little I don't want my carrots to be mushy in there. I want to be able to eat, you know, have a nice texture from the carrots. But there's nothing wrong with doing it the old-fashioned way, where everybody mashes the carrots and the eggplant together and stuff, because that's what the stew is about. But I like to do it like this because I like a little texture in this too. So we're adding a little bit of butter, just like a little pat of butter, as you can see. It's not that much, and the butter is just it gives it like a it fills it out. It just adds an extra oomph to it. Okay, we're gonna make sure we do not break that scotch bonnet pepper. Okay, I didn't put cloves in this. Some people like to put cloves. We're gonna cover that now. I didn't put cloves. Cloves it's acquired. You know, it's really good in food, but it's an acquired taste. We're gonna partially, after 20 minutes, we're gonna partially cover it. Okay, we do not want it soupy. Excuse me, guys. Okay, now we just want to reduce as much of that water as possible, because we're not making no vegetable soup. We know it's a stew, but We do not want a lot of like liquid. I don't mind a little bit, but you'll see. Okay, so remember those onions and the cilantro and the onions? We're adding that at the last end. We're turning off the stove. And I'm slightly burying some of that into our vegetable stew. I just want to taste the carrot, make sure the carrot is cooked. Okay? And we're going to cover it, and we're going to leave it just like that for at least 10 to 15 minutes, because that's going to add an extra layer of flavor. And we just walk away, and we come back, and here we go. This is it, you know? And I'm going to plate this for you guys, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to eat it. And here we go. Look at that. Look at that with some delicious, this is jasmine rice. I love jasmine rice. You know, in Haiti, I know they use a lot of jasmine rice, basmati rice. Oh, this was so good. It's just, I could eat this for the rest of my life. I just love it. I love legume. I just love vegetable stew. Okay, look at that. Take that bite. Take that bite, baby. Absolutely delicious. Guys, I want you to try this. Don't forget to subscribe and press that notification bell for weekly updates on all my recipes. Enjoy.